Next, we are going to explore Clark and Mayer's principles of e-learning throughout the website. The multimedia is up first. This online learning platform adheres to the multimedia principle and encourages visuals alongside text throughout each learning module. The images that are used are to assist learners to distinguish the main content being presented in the learning activity. The images coincide with the relevant text that helps the learner to create mental images surrounding the content and relate to it, therefore helping the learner to develop a deeper understanding within their long-term memory. Up next, we have the contiguity principle, which is being adhered to throughout the website. The platform keeps related pieces of information together. For example, students can navigate through certain topics or review topics in each course that they are registered for. It is very explicit for students when selecting a focus point in the curriculum. Each course the student is registered for is listed on the student's dashboard. When selecting the course, it will take you further to discover each area of the curriculum laid out in modules. Visuals appear here with text that is relevant, and the text is aligned with corresponding graphics. Up next, we have the modality principle. So this principle is not evident on Allison. There are no options for audio narration available throughout the platform. For example, when navigating through a course on environmental science, an image on mechanical energy was provided, but no audio narration was available. As you can see here, the image is accompanied by text only, and with this image being complex, it is hard to gather an understanding through just the image and text with no available narration. To further explain. Up next, we have the redundancy principle. So the redundancy principle is adhered to for a majority of the online platform. The platform decided to stick mainly with text and graphics and no narration throughout the modules. In one specific case, though, the redundancy principle was ignored. So this occurs in the French course for beginners. The module allows users to select the play button here, and it will read aloud all of the French text to the left side of the screen. It does not allow you to select which text to read, and its overall purpose for the students is to hear what the French words sound like for pronunciation purposes. Up next, we have the coherence principle, which is adhered to by ensuring that all unnecessary information is eliminated, which helps to avoid distracting the learners. Again, the platform incorporates the multimedia principle by adding both visuals and text that is relevant to the graphics. Again, this allows for greater impact on the students' learning, especially because many of the students might not be familiar with the content being presented, or they may not have knowledge that relates to the information being taught. This is also very useful for students who might be English language learners. The images with their relevant text can assist the ELL to visually connect the words to what the image is portraying. Next, we have the personalization principle. The personalization principle is only evident in learning goals and outcomes, which are located at the beginning and end of each module. Throughout the rest of the module and units, the personalization principle is absent. As you can see here on this learning outcome page, it indicates after completing this module that you will be able to, and then therefore lists the rest of the information that is expected to be obtained throughout completing this module. Lastly, we have the segmenting and pre-training principle. This principle by Clark and Mayer is very evident throughout the learning platform. Each lesson begins by providing learning goals in an overview to explain what the students should expect to learn after this module. This allows them to focus on the main points or main content being explored. This platform breaks down units into smaller categories called modules, which allows the students to work through each section at their own pace. It also keeps track of modules that have been completed to show the learner what modules are left within each unit. As you can see under the plumbing profession, methods for making water safe are further segmented into specific areas that the learner can focus on the main content for each area. The pre-training principle is not evident in this learning platform. There are no opportunities for students to review materials or knowledge surrounding the content prior to beginning the next module, unless they self-direct themselves to go back into the previous module for review.